Hey everyone, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. This is what my everyday carry is, or EDC, for farming and ranching. I like to look for items that offer a good value and are good quality for the price, and this is what I find that has worked for me so far, and I thought I'd go through a couple items and a brief rundown of what they kind of offer. So first item on this list is my Leatherman Rev. It's made in the USA. It's got a 25-year warranty. It's about 58 bucks at Home Depot. I think it's pretty good value considering a lot of Leatherman knives are over $100 now. It gets a lot of heat on reviews from a lot of people. Made me nervous about it. That basically said that, oh yeah, it's not the quality of the other Leatherman. And I haven't found that issue. Most tools that I use on it are the knife that's lockable and has 420 HC steel, which is nice, which is a higher quality steel, so you can sharpen it and keep it sharp. And there's a plastic cutter right here for hard plastics, and I find myself using that a lot more than I thought I would. And obviously the pliers for where you're digging out slivers or you're trying to get in a tight spot and your fingers can't grab something. It's awfully convenient. And it's something that fits really easily in the pocket. And I find that a lot of multi-tools are too large to naturally put in your pocket. So you end up having to use a belt or something like that. And I really didn't want that when I'm working. I want something I can easily throw in my pocket. So I would really suggest it. The only thing I wish that it had, or improvements on the knife, is that the pliers were spring loaded. Because what can sometimes happen is you cut something and it sticks in the cutters of the teeth, or inside the pliers here. Let's see. So they stick inside the pliers here, and then it's a bugger to reopen because it sticks between the cutter. I wish that these were spring loaded, but I know that at this price range you really can't expect that. So overall, there was some doubt about the steel. The frame is decently strong, and I was comparing it against the Gerber, and I think that I made the right choice because it fits well. It works. So let me just give you a quick shot. So this is typically what you'd see. Compared to my hand, it can easily slide in a pocket. Most of the time what you're going to be using is the knife, which is easy access from the outside. And when you cut your bail strings, it's right there. It's not massive, it's not protruding, and it's not what I would come across as aggressive. So I think it works well. The other thing you'd use is the pliers. If I can do this one-handed. The pliers, and that's really what works. So second item on the list is my Coast flashlight. This is a G20. It has about 50 lumens on it, which is not super bright, but if you see how intense the beam is, you'd think you wouldn't want this. You really do, because when you're working on equipment, what happens is if you have a really bright flashlight, you end up reflecting everything off it in metal, and then you can't see anything. So this one is really intense at the spot you're pointing it at. So if you want to see one spot in a piece of equipment, you can, and that's usually where I'm using it. I think I picked it up for 15 bucks Canadian Tire. It has a lifetime warranty, so as long as it's still here and you didn't lose it, you can return it and get a brand new one free of charge. So it's really great. I really embrace the lifetime warranty. And my only gripe is if you see the poppet clips, they kind of aren't stellar. It does come off like it spins here, but I wish it was a bit shorter. And you can get one that's shorter. It's the G19, and I still might get that, because what happens is this is long in the pocket. So if you see your hand, like, it's long. So I put it in my back pocket, and it's not that big a deal, but it is on the longer side. You can get the G19, which is a bit shorter. That's only one single A battery or AAA battery instead of two. And I think that would work well as long as you're not using it all day, every day. I use it when I need to spot something. I don't use it like what a mechanic would use it, where they're using it continuously through the day and they're gonna burn through batteries. This thing has something crazy like 10 or 12 hours of battery life. It's really insane, and that's alkaline batteries for what you get. It does a small beam, so it's not gonna light up the world. At night, I actually like that because you're not trying to light up the whole place when you're walking home. You're literally just lighting up maybe 20 meters in front of you. And that's all you really need. And as I said, 20 bucks and you can get a new one, no big deal. I'm not gonna cry for losing a $20 flashlight. I might if I lose a $100 one, because you're gonna put it somewhere where you shouldn't. We all know it, we all do it. And it just works well if you know that it is a disposable item that you can get the same quality if you still have it, if you don't break it, and it's great. So third item on the list is this Casio Illuminator. Crap, we'll see if I can get a little light on this thing. See if that helps us. Yeah, I think that does. The Casio Illuminator. I originally was gonna get there's another one that everybody's all about that's, I think it's the water resistant. And I was just at Walmart, and you think to yourself, why would you buy a watch at Walmart? Well, this thing is extremely durable. It's really not quite to the level of their heavy duty thing, but it's $28. It's light beyond belief. Like, you don't even know you're wearing it light. And it offers water resistant, which is great. And what I really liked it versus the other one, the other Casio, I'll put it in the description, that it's comparable to, is this one has a lot better light. So I can light this thing up and you can actually see it at night. I've seen the other ones, the other cheap one that Casio offers. Where's the button? Oh yeah. The Casio offers, and it's horrible. Like, it barely lights up. This one is fully illuminated. You can see it in the dark. Has like 10 years battery life. The 24-hour time, I don't know why you would need it, but 24-hour time, no big deal. It has a stopwatch, an alarm, really has everything you need. And what I like about it is it's light. And I said that before, and when you're in hot temperatures, which usually farmers are in the middle of summer, when you're doing hay, you don't want a heavy piece on your wrist. You want something light that you're not gonna notice and is not gonna be too protruding. So when you're shoving your arm in something, trying to dig out something out of a baler, or you're trying to get a bolt or something tightened, you're not gonna be kind of restricted on your flashlight, and you're not gonna worry that you're gonna scratch the face and be mad about it. So that's what I like about it. My only thing I would improve on it is this strap is relatively small on my wrist. So what I'm looking at doing is putting a NATO strap on it. And I think what happens is this angle is it's too tight. So it doesn't really sit flat on my wrist like I'd like. So I'm hoping the NATO strap will kind of maneuver the wrist a little bit better. So I really suggest it. It's $28. And like I said, they're widely available, and you're not gonna care if you bang it up. So lastly is a pen, and usually I have this on me, but it's not really a guarantee. It really depends. I don't write that much down while inside a tractor. If I was doing certain jobs, I might, but I find that I don't use it that much, but I do end up putting it in my pocket a lot because you never know. And this is a True Red from Staples. And the reason I got this pen, which is all of $2 versus a lot of other pens, is this one doesn't smear. If you're left-handed and you write really fast, or you're writing in an uncomfortable position, you're gonna have the tendency to use your hand and smear, and this one doesn't smear. So that's why I use it. I've looked at a couple other pens. I'm kind of eyeing down a Fisher Space Pen, but I'd heard that the writing quality isn't exactly stellar. So I'm not really in a rush to use that so much. And like I said, this one's $3. It writes very smoothly. It's a gel style pen that dries fast. And that's what I want when I'm inside and I'm in a dirty position, or I'm inside the field in the summer or even winter. It's comfortable, it's light. It's a plastic frame, which I'd really like to be able to find more of a higher quality metal, but you always have a few sacrifices. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I thought I'd do something a little bit different here. I've really liked exploring the everyday carry community, only because I feel that farmers don't really talk about it. We all carry pocket knives. So if it can help someone out, or something that you guys can benefit from, I really like seeing everybody get the best value for money. So take care, keep farming, keep having fun.